Hello everybody, welcome to Snyder's Inc. And today we got a corrupt cop video, and this is when corrupt cops get owned by lawyers. Well, this is gonna be fun. Ladies and gentlemen, hit the like button, hit subscribe button, comment your thing down below. Let's go.
Cops are known for being deceitful and taking advantage of citizens who don't know their rights. But what happens when they encounter people who know the law entirely? Here are 4 shocking cases when corrupt cops are destroyed by lawyers.
You can ask for my identification. I am not legally required to give it to you. Except that you... No, I'm not. My attorney has told me so. I don't care what your attorney told you. You have to identify yourself because my rights are important to me. My rights are important to me.
Starting with Assistant District Attorney Kenneth Grants, who in March 2019 was sitting in his parked truck in front of a home when a Blanchard police officer approached him.
How's it going, man? You live over here, or what's we doing over here? I had a couple people call in on you.
Okay. Am I doing something illegal?
Well, no, they're just calling on you saying that they recognize the truck in the area.
Okay.
My duty to check and see if you live over here, or what's going on.
Live over here. I'm here for a purpose.
Okay. All right, you working? You see you got a ladder in the back. You working somewhere?
Yes, sir.
You got a driver's license on you just so I can identify you?
Have I done something illegal?
Well, I like to identify you, just know who I'm dealing with, make sure.
Fourth Amendment right not to show that to me.
Well, if I make contact with you for a reasonable suspicion call like I am right now.
Being suspicious is a misdemeanor or felony.
Well, that's a fun hilarious, right? So now listen, this is an actual thing that's happened, right? People will call if they don't see a vehicle they don't know, right? And it just sits around there. Especially if I was sitting outside my house and I didn't know who was paying. Okay, I was fine. But this is another case, right? Where it's gonna be very, because some of these cases are gonna be situation where a lawyer is just gonna be the guy for no reason. Like a lawyer is like, because lawyers have this tendency, right, where they know their laws, so they will just act like it in a mixture of not trying to know their rights. They also will come off as assholes to officers. However, I do have a feeling this will come a case where it will start where I see it that way. Then by the time I'll get more to know with the officers than I will with the lawyer.
Okay. Well,
Also, here's another thing. You could just give me your first name. Because if the thing is, oh, I want to know who I'm talking to, okay. In my case, my name would be Josh. That's it. That's all you get. You get my first name. That's all you're getting from me. If you say, what's your last name? Good, you don't need to know my last name. If you just want to talk to me, things you can, when you contact me, you know who you're talking to. My first name is Josh. That's all you need to know.
well, sir, here's the deal. I was called on you, okay? For a suspicious vehicle, you said yourself you don't live over here, you have a purpose. What's your purpose? Is the purpose legal or illegal?
That's what you need to determine that.
Okay. So for me to determine that, I need...
I love that part. Here's the part I do love. Is your purpose legally? My response to that would be, why the hell would I tell you something I'm doing is illegal? My immediate response, I'll be like, because they'd be like, it's illegal. I'm like, what type of question is that? That would be my immediate response. What type of question is that? It's not even refused to answer the question. I'll answer the question, but what's my question is you can figure that out. But also, what type of stupid question is that? Who's gonna look at you in the eye and say, yeah, well, I'm doing something illegal? Who's going to look at an officer and say that? What type of question is that?
You see your ID.
How is my ID going to determine whether I'm...
Well, it helps to let you know who I'm dealing with. Let you know who I'm dealing with.
But my name doesn't tell you whether I'm...
Yeah, it would tell me, like, if... I don't know if you belong over here. You said you don't, so I don't know if someone over here's got a VPO or something against you, and if you got your ID
Did
or
I say
something.
I didn't belong over here?
You said you had purpose.
I don't live over here.
Okay.
Okay? I do belong
Okay.
here.
All right.
So, that's as far as I'm willing to take it.
So you're not willing to give me your ID?
I don't have any reason to.
Okay.
The officer tells him police got a few calls from people who thought his truck looked suspicious and proceeded to ask for his driver's license. Grants, who came to inspect a roof, refused to show him his ID as he was not driving when the officer confronted him, but that didn't stop the officer from asking more ridiculous questions.
If you're not from...
I don't know if there's any question that will top is what you do is why you're here, legal or illegal. Like, that's a pretty stupid question.
here, I'm not sure if you are or not, because I don't know who you are. Okay.
My plate's right back there. I'm sure you can run in.
Yeah, okay. So is that how you want me to identify you? Through your plate?
If that's what you have to
Are you
do.
the owner of the vehicle?
Do you suspect that I'm not?
I have no reason to believe you are.
Well, I'm sitting in a truck in front of the house, waiting.
For what?
I'm here.
Okay.
That's none of your business.
It is not.
I love this. He goes. He just goes. Where's the truck? The plate. If you want to, you want me to identify you through your plate? Yeah. He goes. Are you the owner of the vehicle? And he goes. Do you have any reason to believe I'm not? He goes. I have no reason to believe you are. And he just goes. Well, I am sending a truck outside of a house waiting. So, I mean, a driver's license wouldn't let you know if he's in charge of the vehicle, owns the vehicle though, because you want to hand him his ID, like, that wouldn't tell you if he owns the vehicle. It doesn't say on the driver's license what vehicle he owns.
Business.
No, it's not. Why is it your business?
Because I want to make sure you're not going to break into these houses or anything like that.
Do I
I don't know. You have a ladder.
The officer and Grants go back and forth on this for some more minutes, but Grants, knowing his rights, refuses to answer any of the officer's questions. After seeing that Grants wouldn't cooperate with him, the officer decided to run his plate, and that was when the situation escalated.
You already ran my plates.
They-
They gave you the information that you needed. You can ask them to go ahead and run me through NCIC or...
Do you have a date of birth then? Because I have to run it with a name and date of birth.
I'm not going to answer that question.
So you're telling me how I should do my job, yet you're not allowing me to do my
I'm
job.
standing up for my rights.
And I understand that, like I said.
I haven't done
but
anything wrong.
I'm doing my job,
Okay,
conducting an investigation.
I haven't committed a crime. I'm sitting here in front of a house, which is perfectly legal.
Well, you're not completely on the roadway there, sir.
Okay, has anybody asked me to move?
Do they have to ask you to move? It's private property?
Okay, but there's also a public easement right here.
Oh, it's a public, because this is the city of Blanchard Road, so it's a public easement?
No, the side of the road is.
Oh, because this is the city of Blanchard Road, so therefore make a city easement of city road, right?
What are you trying to accomplish?
What I'm trying to, all I want to do,
I'm
sir,
not
is
gonna give
identify
you
you.
my ID.
Okay.
Okay, I haven't done anything illegal.
Okay.
I do love the fact this is a scenario, right? This is a scenario where while the guy's trying to know his right, he's just making this way worse of a situation. Now, I don't know what actually made this officer come over to him. I don't know why this officer just saw a parked vehicle, he felt the need to go deal with this. Like, there was no reason. If it's a parked vehicle, you have no reason to do it. So, I do love the guy when the guy's going on about the city and the road thing, and then the driver just goes, "What are you trying to accomplish here? What are you trying to accomplish here?" With this fucking argument. But this is a situation where this could just end very quickly.
Well,
You understand that by not identifying yourself appropriately as requested by the officer is illegal.
it's obstruction.
That's a secondary charge, okay? I have to be, for you to ID me in the state of Oklahoma, okay, I have to be suspected of committing a crime, about to commit a crime.
Well, you are committing a crime, you're trespassing.
Has anybody told me to leave?
Somebody has called in that
That's fine.
shut up. Somebody has
First
called
off, you
in.
don't tell me to shut up.
I'll tell you what I want to tell you.
Okay, you're not going to
Here's
tell
the
me
deal.
to shut up. I'm
Somebody called us
47,
in.
48,
I don't care
48.
how old you are.
You're not going to sit there and tell me to shut up.
It's evident that Grants wasn't trespassing, yet it became clear that the officers were determined to find any reason to make him show his ID. Seeing that Grants wouldn't give in, one of the officers decided to prove that they were right to stop him. What follows next is absolutely insane.
Hey, Travis.
Hey, what's up, man?
Nothing. Sorry to bother you. I got a random question for you, though. I'm dealing with something right now.
Yeah.
So I got called out to an address out here in Blanchard, Summer Valley Road, for a suspicious vehicle, and gentleman's parked in a black pickup. He's from Oklahoma City, but he won't give me his name and tells me he doesn't have to give me his driver's license because he's not done anything wrong.
He's driving a vehicle?
Well, he's parked right now.
Oh, okay. Well,
But-
technically, there's no obligation for him to identify himself. I mean, unless you've got reasonable suspicion that he's committing a crime.
Well, the thing is I have no reasonable suspicion to believe that he's not committing crime because he has a ladder in the back of the truck and he's in front of houses that aren't occupied right now.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, there's no compelled ID statute in Oklahoma. I have to think about. I mean, do you have anything else to suggest that he might be involved in something illicit?
Well, I'm curious why a man from Oklahoma City is parked on a dead-end road in Blanchard, and he has no. I ask him if he lives here, and he says I don't answer questions.
Okay. Yeah. So.
He asked if he was free to leave, and I said no at this time. I have my emergency equipment activated, and I'm trying to investigate.
Well, what? If you're going to drive away, absolutely. I think it might be good you can have her. He's driving he's operating a motor vehicle, but you don't have a traffic violation at that time.
Well, I follow him out of town until I get one.
Yeah.
After calling the district
This sad little fucker. This sad fucker is so desperate to get this guy to either show ID or just to fuck with him. That when the attorney tells him, yeah, he has no reason to show you his ID. He's just badgering on, and then said, I will follow him out of town until he does a traffic thing, just so I can get him to show. This is insanity. This is desperation right here.
attorney, and being explained he was in the wrong, the officer says he would follow Grants and find a reason to stop him, showing how determined he was to charge him with something. And this is extremely scary for us citizens.
But I think you run it close to kind of a little unsafe. That is a little unusual, but it's not necessarily evidence that he's from criminal activity.
Yeah. Unless I can prove that he's taking pictures he shouldn't be taking next to people's houses.
Yeah, but I mean, there's no crime in that either. I mean, shoot, people do that all the time.
But I meant like shooting into the house while naked people are naked.
Yeah, like Thompson.
Yeah.
No, I'm with you.
So,
okay, man.
All right.
Let me know if it's still further, all right?
Thanks, sir. Appreciate it.
Well, that ain't gonna work. If he isn't gonna give you a thing, he ain't gonna give you his phone. He ain't gonna let you look.
Moments later, other police officers arrived at the scene, but were not as patient as their colleagues.
I'm not here to listen to you. I'm here to tell you what's going on. Okay? I don't care if you record me.
We
I don't
are
care.
recorded
Okay?
too.
You're obstructing an officer from doing his duty, so now you're under arrest, unless you want to cooperate. Okay? That's the way. Have a nice day.
Would you like to explain the address and the time on the folder inside your vehicle with the camera?
I don't answer questions.
Okay.
Look,
You
man.
can identify yourself.
I don't answer questions.
Look, man.
You didn't ask a question, man.
Can you please take your hands out of your pockets for me? Thank you.
Look. I was trying to, man. If you're PI, no big deal. We'll get out of your hair. We gotta confirm who you are. Make sure, especially with the camera car, make sure you're not doing peep and Tom stuff. Okay?
Not a PI. So the only thing you can have a camera for is if you
No.
if you're a PI.
No, that's not what I'm saying, sir.
Insurance adjusters
Sir,
aren't allowed to have
Are you
a
an
camera
insurance adjuster?
to take photographs of damage and stuff.
Are you an insurance adjuster?
I possibly might be.
Okay. Do you have any proof of that?
Okay, but I mean,
I'm
why
just
do I have to
saying.
answer questions?
I'm
I'm
just-
here for a legal reason. I'm
Can
not. I'm
I
just
get your
trying
date
to
of
answer
birth?
questions.
Can I get your date of birth?
You're failing to
I don't
identify
have
yourself.
to by law.
You
I
are
have the
failing-
Fifth Amendment right.
You are failing to
To
identify
answer
yourself.
questions.
This is... I will only say, right, this has gone way out of hand. This is so unnecessarily gone out of hand. This man could have just ended quickly. There was so many different reasons for this, right? Like, there's so many different... This guy has gone unnecessarily out of hand. I will give Grant, I believe his name is, the guy who's being talked to by the police. I'll give credit. He is holding his ground with like 4 or 5 officers there. He is still holding his ground to the end here.
What law have I broken this? What law have I broken this time?
Is there anybody at this house? Let's see if there's anybody at this house.
What law have I done?
Turn around, behind right back for a second. We need place investigative detention, okay?
To that neighbor right there. He has the garage door to let me into the house so I can get a photograph of the inside of that garage door.
That's all you had to say from the beginning, man.
I don't have to tell you that. Don't you guys understand what my rights are?
Nobody said you have to tell us that. What we said is that you have to identify
I do
yourself.
not.
You
I
do
haven't
have to
broken a
identify
crime.
yourself. But we are here investigating whether or not you have. We have reason
You
to
have
assume.
every right
Listen
to
to me.
investigate.
Stop interrupting. You asked for my respect. I'm asking for yours in return. Okay? We are investigating because somebody called a suspicious vehicle and person in that vehicle. Okay? I'm not done talking. Within that investigation, we can identify you by getting your identification. You are required because we are investigating that you may be committing a crime, and therefore
What crime?
you must identify yourself.
What crime?
Trespassing.
Okay.
That's
Trust-
number one.
Okay, sir.
To be trespassed, I
Keeping
have to be
time
asked to
for
leave.
all we know. Okay,
And that's
for all
for
we
you guys
know.
to determine.
That's right, and in doing that,
part
we
of
have
your
to identify you.
investigation. No, you don't.
Yeah, we do.
No. You can ask for my identification. I am not legally required to give it to you.
Except that you.
No, I'm not. My
This is amazing. This is actually amazing. This is the most determined I've ever seen a man to prove his point. This has gone way out of hand. This is actually unnecessary. Just end this fucking thing and get a button. This is. Do you know how many of you officers could be doing something meaningful with your day if you just let this go? This is actually insane.
attorney has told me so.
I don't care what your attorney told you. You have to
I do.
identify yourself because we're
My
investigating
rights
a
are
possible
important to me.
crime.
My rights are important to me.
A possible crime is being investigated.
Okay, what crime?
I just told you two.
Okay, if you arrest me for those 2 crimes.
We're investigating that. We have determined that you've committed those crimes.
I haven't committed
However,
any crime.
we have to identify you.
No, you don't.
Not long after, Grants was let go without any further punishment as, in the end, it was clear that he was not committing any crime. But corrupt cops being owned by lawyers who stood their ground doesn't stop here,
No.
as is the case with Emmanuel Olawale.
I'm a lawyer. I know my rights.
Okay.
I'm not violating any law. I'm on my property. There's no suspicion. No one called anybody. So don't run my ID.
Emmanuel Olawale, a civil rights attorney in Westerville, who, on July 10th, 2021,
Oh, this happened on my birthday! Oh no! I'm about to watch something that went down on my birthday.
was dumping trash into a bin he owns when 2 Westerville police officers pulled in behind him.
Alright. Huh?
I'll show you my ID.
If you don't mind, just so, yeah, if you don't mind, can we see your ID?
Yeah.
Pretty cool. That is pretty cool. That's a slick business card.
Yep.
Alright. I'll give it to him. You can keep doing what you're doing. We're just, again, we're
No,
kind of
I'm
concerned, yeah,
Okay.
seeing somebody dump up
This
at
is-
yourself there. So, okay.
Can I have it back? No, don't run it.
Oh.
Don't, have to, don't run my card. Don't run my ID.
Huh?
Don't run my ID.
Don't run your ID?
You have no reason to.
As soon as the interaction starts, everything seems to be done in a friendly and respectful manner. However, when one officer handed the ID to the other officer to run his ID, Olawale told them no, and that was when everything
You have no okay, here's the thing that's weird. See, that's a thing where you don't need to do that. Like, the don't run my ID thing escalates a situation that doesn't need to be escalated. If he's fine, he's a lawyer, right? A civil rights lawyer. They're gonna know that, right? You ain't gonna. So if he. This is a situation. This is another one where a lawyer did something that did. This would have been fine. They would have checked it. He probably would have been fine. I get that. Probably why you have concern about anything an officer does, but this makes it worse than it actually would be if he went about his business. So they went and did this, and now he's causing an issue where it doesn't need to be causing. If they check a thing and nothing's wrong in that, they're just gonna leave him let him mind his own business.
went south.
We're gonna at least mark it down. We're gonna take down your information.
Nope. I'm on my property. Putting trash in mine.
Okay, but this is, wait, this is not just your property. It's several people's property.
I understand.
Okay.
But I'm not violating any law. So don't
No
run
one
my
said that
ID.
you're violating any law.
No. Don't run my ID. I'm a lawyer. I know my rights.
Okay.
I'm not violating any law. I'm on my property. There's no suspicion. No one called anybody. So don't run my ID. I only identified myself so that this won't escalate.
That's fine. But we can still mark down who we're out with. And so that's what we're going to do.
No.
Yes.
You didn't stop me. Don't turn this into an issue.
Sir, you are turning this into an...
I'm about to say, this is not a case where, this is not a scenario where they're turning into an issue here. I'm sorry, this man is turning into an issue. There was no reason for this to have escalated, this to turn into any issue at this moment.
issue. We're just simply marking down who we're out with. Yeah. So he's just going to write it down on a piece of paper.
It's just your name.
Why?
Because, sir, we are out with you because we were concerned that you were illegally dumping.
But you already discovered. Do you want me to show you my office?
I understand that you're here, but I don't know if this dumpster belongs to you or somebody else in the
It belongs to me.
To you and you alone.
Yes.
Can you prove that that dumpster belongs to you and you alone?
Olawale was, so far, very strict with the idea of not letting the cops run his ID, which falls perfectly within his rights, especially as he said it, he was not lawfully detained.
But there's no reason to not let, it makes them more suspicious of that case. This is I get that they want to false right, but this is a scenario where they're gonna get suspicious. The officers are gonna get suspicious of that. Because they wonder why you don't want them to run ID. What don't you want them to find?
And as it is usual in these types of situations, police officers racially profiling will try everything in their hands to incriminate an innocent person.
If it's...
Hold on! They're not racist here! Wait a minute, hold on! They're not racistly profiling! I mean, yes, it is weird that they think he's illegal dumping, but I don't think they... This has been a not. Hey, listen, I've seen some racist police officers, right? We've watched some stuff. This is the most calmest and politest I have seen racist. If these officers are racist, this is about the politest I've ever seen racist officers act.
It's also other units.
So what? It belongs to everybody. We're paying for it. It doesn't really matter if it belongs to all the units.
That's fine.
Just give me back my ID. Thank you.
The officer eventually handed over the ID, but even with Olawale's identification, the officers returned to their cruiser, and the duo ultimately decided to do as they pleased.
Turn around and get out of here. And then yep.
Those are in my hands.
So far, it is unknown if Olawale has filed a complaint or talked with anyone in Westerville PD about his concerns, but he really stood his ground against these crooked cops, and like the civil...
I mean, yes, them looking him up still is a bit weird. Let's get out of here so we can look him up is a bit suspicious. That's a bit crooked-like. But everything else they've done, I don't say would be crooked. I don't think there's anything else they've done that's kind of crooked at all. Maybe y'all disagree with me on that one, but...
Civil rights attorney who had done nothing wrong is another lawyer who was also a subject of racial profiling. State Attorney Aramis Ayala, who on June 19, 2017 had just finished teaching a law class at Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University and was leaving in a state-issued vehicle when two police officers pulled her over even though she violated no traffic rules.
What agency you with?
I'm the state attorney.
Alright. Thank you. Your tag didn't come back. Never seen that before. I'm sorry? Yeah. We're good now.
So, it was...
We ran a tag. I've never seen it before. A Florida tag. It's never come back to anything before. So that's the reason for the stop.
According to one of the officers, he ran her tag, and it wasn't indicated as registered to any vehicle, which was strange to him. For those who don't know, state-issued vehicle plates, like Ayala's, are confidential, so running them won't show vehicle details. It's puzzling that this officer didn't know that, which raised the attorney's curiosity.
What was the tag run for?
I'm sorry?
What was the tag run for?
Oh, we run tags all the time, whether it's at traffic lights and that sort of stuff. That's how we figure out if, cars are stolen and that sort of thing. Also, the windows were really dark. I don't have a tint measurer, but that's another reason for the stop.
Do you guys have cards on you?
Yeah, 1 second. Actually, this isn't my car, but I can write my name down if you'd like.
The attorney asked for their cards, but they only gave her their names before she drove away without any citation. Her calm disposition showed that she'd rather uphold the law and order than react in a way that disturbs public peace. Ayala did not file a complaint, but instead looked forward to sitting with the police chief regarding how the incident impacted her goal to have a constructive and mutually respectful relationship between law enforcement and the community. But if you thought lawyers destroying corrupt cops stops here, that's because you don't know the case of Revel and Garcia. Two attorneys.
This is interesting. So that one was very short, straight to the point, got the job done. It's very weird that that stopped happening in the first place. I 100% believe the officer when they say they run tags all the time. Seems kind of some fucky shit they do. Yeah, some weird shit going on there.
Attorneys Revel and Garcia, who on February 23, 2017, were walking out of a Blount County courthouse with a client, Lloyd Edwards, when two deputies named Ashworth and Ratliff approached them with a warrant to search their client.
I'm from the sheriff's office.
Do you have any other weapons on your person at this time that I need to know about? RC? No, sir. I do in the car. Okay. What do you have in normal with? A small pistol. Okay. Your vehicle is also part of this search. Okay. So I'm going to have to ask you, do you have to use your...
This is one of those ones I feel like I'm gonna be into. These are two. So these two have come with a warrant to search the guy they're with, and I feel like the lawyers are not going to let this go down easily.
Your automobile? I need the keys to your automobile right now. Let me pat you down. Make sure you don't have any other weapon. Just for your safety and ours. Hang tight, we'll get all this resolved.
Mr. Edwards was in court due to an abuse claim by his wife, Jasmine, who said his cell phones had evidence leading to the search warrant. However, after searching Mr. Edwards, they couldn't find what they were looking for.
The warrants that you all have are for his person.
That's correct.
And for his vehicle.
That's correct.
So he has given the phone that's on his person. Okay, I have video of him handing the phone to you, you handing the phone to her. It's in the satchel right now. Yeah, you all do have that, but that is not on, when you all
no, I'm not here at the courthouse with Brian.
That was not on his person. So you all are not entitled to that. Okay. Well, all right then. We'll go the other route.
Revel explains that since the search warrant only states for Mr. Edwards' person and vehicle to be searched, they had no right to retrieve the phones from Garcia, who had the cell phones in her bag. However, that didn't stop the deputies from getting what they wanted, as they decided to call the district attorney on the next course of action.
Okay, we're standing here and we have it on video that he handed his cell phone to his attorney. One, and they handed it to another, and it's in the satchel that is right here.
Well, are we being detained? At this moment in time,
they're not denying it. We have it on video.
I'm going to detain you until we determine the next course of action. Give me
well,
just a minute.
Well, I have this person and vehicle.
I'm going to turn this off. I think we're just done.
I do love the fact this lawyer just made a brave, easy statement. First, the warrant, because they want the cell phone. That's what they want. But the cell phone's in the girl, I think Garcia's satchel, Garcia's bag, and the lawyer just went, well, the warrant just says for the dude. They'll check the dude and get a look in his vehicle. So it has nothing to do with us. So you don't have any right to ourselves to look through our thing to get us his phone.
Okay. Okay. We either need the phone out of the satchel, or we will have to detain you and get a search warrant to get the phone.
So you're going to well. Okay. Well, we're not going to give you anything that's on our person that you don't have a right to. So if you detain us, you have to have, certain constitutional safeguards to do that. But if you're going to detain us, then hey, we're not going to run. So, and you all are telling us we are being detained. Is that right, Officer? At this point in time, right now, you are being detained. now if they determine.
Okay, you both are under arrest for obstructing government operations.
Obstructing government operations.
That's correct.
After Attorney Revelle refused to surrender the phone, they were subsequently arrested for obstructing governmental operations, even though he maintained that the arrest was unlawful.
Deputy Ratliff, I want to make sure that you know from our position was that this search warrant, this warrant was given to him after he gave us some things for us to use in his defense. And so we did not.
I'm about to say, because I'm pretty sure the warrant just said, hey, we need a cell phone, they give him a cell phone. They're just being specific to the warrant. They're not stopping any governmental operation because they never made, nothing they have said, nothing in that warrant said they want the phone. It just says they want to search the person and search the vehicle. It's not specific on what he wants. So because of that, the lawyer doesn't have to give nothing up.
Do anything to keep you all from doing you all's job. Now, if you all want to
I'm out here
this
with
satchel and go through and do it,
at the courthouse.
we're not preventing you from
doing a search warrant on the car. I'm out here just.
From the moment he's entered the courthouse, he's been under surveillance. Okay, for the reasons of this search warrant. All right, I'm sitting here and watched you and him and her.
Can't believe we get about 10 or 15 minutes.
You looked up. Matter of fact, you did look up at the camera 2 or 3 times. He pulled the phone out and handed it to you. You handed it back to him. He was fooling with, I'm guessing, a password. And after a short period.
So now you're trying. You feel so desperate to find a way to get this phone. You are now just coming up with shit in your mind on this guy happened. It's like, wait a minute, you had the phone. And you looked at the phone, and then you happen to notice the camera, and you looked at the phone, which means now you deleted all the evidence in 2.5 seconds, which means now we must arrest you. That's good enough for me.
At the time he handed it back to you, you handed it to her, she put it in here. Okay? That is evidence for this search warrant. And you agree with me that you all served this search warrant subsequent to that, after that, all right? Yeah. After we left out the building, yes.
Even after being put in handcuffs, Revelle continues to assert that the warrant was executed after they had already acquired the phones and did not explicitly cover them. After the arrest, Attorney Revelle and Attorney Garcia initiated legal actions against Deputy Ashworth and Deputy Ratliff, and another against District Attorney Casey and Assistant District Attorney Scott Gilliland. In the end, the attorneys were acquitted of all charges because the judge believed that the deputies did not have a lawful right to inspect. If you enjoyed this video,
fair enough, they did not. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you thought of these videos in the comment section below. Hit the like button and subscribe button. Thank y'all for watching. I'll see y'all for the next one.